Blessed love, and thanks again for being here. Recently I had a flight. And it was an early morning flight. But it was one of those mornings where, there's not much sun in sight. It's cold. Well, not really cold, but it was chilly. It was just gloomy, one of those mornings. And I was there on the runway for a little while, and it's like my mood was just a reflection of what was going on around me. I feel just kind of down, not just because of what was outside or because of what the weather was like, but just because of certain things. And, we took off and we went through the cloud, and we were going through the cloud, actually. And, if you've ever traveled by air, you know that when you're going through the cloud, all you're seeing around you when you're in the cloud is just white. But then there comes a point when you break through the cloud. And I'm going to put the video right here. There came that point when we went through the cloud and we were now above it. And I'm telling you, it was a sight to behold. I wish I was recording from the time that we were on the runway up to that point, so you could see the before and after. But I'm telling you, the difference was just night and day. Yeah, it was a beautiful sight compared to what I was experiencing before. And I was there thinking, I was saying, man, so sometimes life is just like this, where we have those seasons or we have those days where it's like when I was there on the runway, when it was gloomy and dark. There are those days that are gloomy and dark. Those days do come, or those seasons. And then there are those days when it's like you're above the cloud and you're soaring and you have mental clarity, emotional, spiritual clarity, and it's like good times. That's the best way I can express it. Good times when the things that you need to go well in your life, they're going well in your life. Yeah? But the longer you live, the more you know that these days come and go. Whether it is the gloomy days or the bright days, they come and they go. There's a rhythm to life, I would say. There's a rhythm to life. There's a time and a season for everything, as the Bible says. There's a rhythm to life where things is like a dance, like things come and go, things are up, things are down. But one of the things I've come to learn or come to notice is that especially when you are in those seasons or in that season where it is gloomy, where it is dark, we tend to believe or think that this is the end or this is what it will be forever. Yeah? Well, let me speak for myself. That is how I feel sometimes. When I'm going through the rough times, I feel like, this is going to be what it is forever. And on the flip side, when I'm on those mountaintops or when I'm soaring above those clouds, it's like at the back of my mind, I say, when something bad is going to happen, or when this is going to change, or I kind of stop myself from becoming too excited because I know that it won't last forever. You understand? So instead of just basking in that sometimes, my mind now starts to think about things that can go wrong, things that, will go contrary to what I want or whatever it is. While on the flip side, as I said, while I'm in the gloomy times or in the dark times, my belief that this is what it is. And it is harder to think that, guess what? No, it is what it is right now, but things will change. And I say, boy, it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate that our minds hold on to the negativity so much sometimes. Like, it's easier to hold on to the negativity. It's easier to be pessimistic, than it is to be optimistic. And it just shows you how our thought life is important. How important it is to have hope. And not just, hope in material things or hope in things that you can touch and feel, but hope in God and hope, just believing that Him really and truly at work on our behalf, even when we can't see it. And I remember this book that I read at some point. It's called Winning the Battle in Your Mind, and it's by Craig Groeschel. There was something that he said there when he said that a lie believed to be true can affect your life as though it is. A lie believed to be true can affect your life as though it is. And he went on to talk about flat earthers. And if you don't know what flat earthers are people who believe that the earth is flat. And many of them are of the belief that if you go too far, whether north, south, east, or west, you know, especially traveling by sea and so on, if you go too far, you can fall off of the earth. And especially for those flat earthers who existed, you know, many years back. You know, you can just imagine how much more they could have discovered, how much more of the world they could have seen if they, you know, while on sea, if they continued on their voyage without feeling that they could only go that far and no more. How much more of the earth they could have discovered if they kept going. But because of that lie that the earth is flat and that you can fall off, because of that lie that they accepted and believed to be true, yeah, they were not able to, let us say now, tap into their full potential as sailors or as whatever they were. And you know, when you think about it, there are many thoughts that we have, especially those thoughts, as I said, I was talking about earlier, in those dark and gloomy days. There are those self-limiting thoughts, you know, in those dark and gloomy days that we have, that guess what? Things will never change, things will never improve, things will never get better. Yeah? Self-limiting thoughts, thoughts that, you know, would have want to make you give up and give in and throw in the towel. But just like I told you earlier about what it was like beyond those clouds, I want you to believe that even though you might be sitting in that aircraft right now on that runway beneath the cloud and all you see around you is darkness, all you see above you are clouds that seem, you know, dark and dreary, and they even seem like, you know, they're about to burst, like rain are going to come. Listen, there is hope beyond the cloud, man. There is glory beyond the cloud. There is joy, peace, love, fulfillment, purpose, all these things beyond that cloud. I know say it rough, you know. I know say it hard. I know say it rough. I know say it hard. I know that I know every day you get up, you fight. Yeah? Every single day you get up and you fight. Every day. And you wonder, will I ever break through that cloud? Will I ever see what is on the other side? Yeah? And I'm telling you right now, a day is gonna come, a time is gonna come when that plane, you see that plane there? It's gonna take off. It's gonna take off, you know. And you know, even when we were going through that cloud, there was a little bit of turbulence. Anytime you're flying through clouds, heavy clouds, there's a rocking. And if you're afraid like that, you would think that the plane is gonna drop. But then you realize, you see, after you break through that cloud, man, after you break through that thick, dense cloud, after the shaking is over, and you break through that thing and know you're now above it, smooth sailing. And I just want to encourage you, don't give up now while you're on the runway waiting. Don't give up now. The plane is going to take off, and before you know it, you will be soaring above the cloud. Yeah? Remember that. Blessings.